I mean, I didn't make you shoplift today.
I'm just saying, like, I'm
just
asking, like.
I know, and I'm telling you that I am not going to have that liability of putting a Coach bag in a car of a busy Target place.
Welcome back to Advocacy, Alchemy with Professor Ross. Today we have a good one, guys. Let's go back to September 3rd, 2025. Let's go down to Florida, and we're in Flagler County. Now, inside of a Target's loss prevention office, we have a woman that's been caught stealing cosmetics from a Target, all right? All the items have been concealed in her purse. She passed all points of sale, and she wasn't going to purchase those items, okay? Deputies step in. We have 2 charges that follow. We have petty theft, and we also have possession of a controlled substance. This one's fairly interesting, guys. Let's watch it together. Let's talk about the laws that have been breached, and let's put ourselves on this jury. So, with that, let's jump in.
Oh shit! Yeah, come on. All right, appreciate it. Here. Have a seat for us right here. I'll just put these cuffs on you for right now. You wanna have a seat? Yeah. Hang tight for us. We'll talk in a little bit. Do you have a driver's license on you? Yeah, we could grab it for you. You can have a seat for us. Appreciate it. And is it just inside of your purse right here?
Yeah.
All right. This? I'm sorry, how do you pronounce your name? Shaquilleria? Okay, I'm going to run her on teletype. Echo 226 Flagler. Oh, teletype, sorry. I'm on teletype. My name is Deputy Liptak from the Flagler County Sheriff's Office. I want to talk to you, but I got to read you something. It's because of Florida State statutes, all right? So you have the right to remain silent, and anything you say may be used as evidence against you. You know there's cameras all over the store? Is there any cosmetics in your bag that I'm going to find right now when I go through it?
I mean, I have plenty of cosmetics.
But anything that is from Target that wasn't purchased and concealed and placed in your bag before walking past all points of sales?
No, I have a lot of cosmetics.
Okay. Well, we've been sitting here for like the last 45 minutes watching you through aisles, looking around in spots you didn't think there was cameras, and taking stuff off shelves and putting it in your bag. That's why we stopped you when you went to go check out and you never took anything out or tried to pay for it. I'm just trying to be like real with you and figure out if something's going on financially, if there's a reason why. You know, honesty goes a very long way with us. Nothing? Do you want to talk about it? No? Okay. That's fine. I'm going to have you just stand up while we're here. Just put your hands behind your back for me, alright? Appreciate it. You can put your hands like you're praying. That way you'll be a little bit more comfortable, alright? Right now we're just going to go through all this stuff. Right now you're detained, okay? I know you don't want to talk anymore, so that's fine. You have that right. And we'll let you know what goes on from there, okay? Do you have a car did you come here in a car? Yeah. Is your car still parked outside?
Yeah, I can have my fiance come and get it.
Okay. I got you.
Yeah.
Alright. If you want to go ahead and have a seat for me right there, I appreciate that. So they're going to get us video footage. I saw you grab all this stuff and put it in your bag. So I'm pretty sure they want to press charges, so you're going to go to jail. We just need to figure out the total value of how much everything costs, okay?
Do you have any questions or want to say anything? You want to say anything?
No, I just need to call my fiance.
Have you ever been arrested for shoplifting?
No.
No? Is this your current address?
What is it?
You have, What is your current address?
Because she's not sure about the gum.
The gum? Okay.
That's mine.
And her receipt for the items she did pay for.
something you had on the cart.
I got that right
That
here.
was never
Yeah,
there.
notebook. Yeah.
Yeah.
She rung that up, right?
No, you never put it on the belt.
You gotta put it on the belt so you can bring it up. But I'm guessing we're gonna trespass you as well, so you can't come back to this target.
Okay.
So with that, for Target's database, we have to get your photo.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so we're gonna get the total value. She's already being arrested from whatever the amount is. It just all depends if it's gonna be a felony or a misdemeanor. So if you wanna keep going through her bags, make sure there's nothing illegal, narcotics, etc. And then we will probably put this stuff in your car, let you get that call.
So my fiance can come get my car. I don't understand why my car would be seized.
Your car's not seized, but I'm not going to just stand by here with your car keys.
No, you
looking
don't
for
have
them.
to.
Does he have a spare car key?
No, I can. All my stuff goes with me to jail, so I know that once I get released and he bonds me out, then we can just go get my car.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
Okay.
You may have to call us when you do come here, because if you step foot on
No,
target.
not me. Him.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I would say because when you are trespassed, you can't come even to the parking lot. So if you
No,
are
that's
going
fine.
to,
That's what I'm saying. I can have him. I can just take my keys with me.
Yeah.
And he can just get my shit.
yeah. So what we could do then is we could put this stuff in your car, lock it up, so you could take your keys and stuff with you.
That's just my medication that I keep in here.
What type of medication?
It's just for my back. From I got into a car wreck.
Do you have a prescription? Is it a controlled substance?
I have a prescription. No, I don't have. I just take half something though.
Okay. Do you have the prescription bottle on you?
No, I keep all 100 of them with
Let's
me.
figure out what that is, because that's probably going to be another charge for a controlled
How?
substance.
I have a.
Because you got half a pill in a little container, ma'am.
Yeah, because I don't keep 100 and something. I get 112 pills, so I don't.
Okay, but you got to have your prescription bottle on.
I never knew that. Because I have to do them like I can't swallow pills.
Oh, what is it?
No, you can test it. It's that I can't swallow pills.
So you snort it.
No. I just crush it up and then I just like a BC powder. Swear.
Is this?
I don't do drugs.
Are you a?
I don't do nothing. No, I'm not supposed to do.
Be careful with this.
And you can test it. It's gonna come back as what I said.
What is it? What is
It's
it? Is there any more in your bag?
No. No, for St. Vincent, that's all the stuff that I use.
Well, I mean in the purse. Yeah. We're gonna do a cavity search. I'm not authorized to, and if you have anything in any female areas, it's a felony. You checked in here?
No, ma'am. No.
And we'll make sure we count her money in front of her so she knows how much she has.
And then we'll double count it.
Yes. You got all this money, you get EBT? You got all that money in your bag when you get food stamps?
I used to. It's just an old car.
Got you.
I wish I did.
I wish I did too. I gotta pay for food. It's expensive. I mean,
You gotta be a wife. You gotta pay for that shit.
I don't know if I want to be a wife. You really need to walk. You really need to have your prescription bottle on you.
I never.
Look at it from my
And the
perspective.
only reason why I don't is because I get a lot of pills. I'm gonna be straight up. I get a lot. I get like 112 pills. So me personally,
A month?
So I don't walk around. That's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna walk around with a whole pill bottle where I want people looking at me all crazy.
Well, what you
so that's
can-
why I bought like a little cute little thing to put it in because nobody is concealed. Nobody knows. That's what I do. Crush it up, but you don't see no straw. Like I told you, I don't do that.
Yeah, but
I
you
just
can't-
have to crush it up because they're so big. You see, well, you can't see because I cut it in half, but they're big and so they'll get stuck in your broke for real. So that's just how I take them, just like a VC. But if I was to start it, you would definitely see a straw, paraphernalia. I literally just use it, like that little top part, and I just put it up. And when I take it, that's just how I take it with water. You know? No, I'll ask you prescription. Run my name, you can see the actual
Well, I don't have
prescription for it.
I don't have access to medical databases. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna charge you with this, and if you're able to prove that you have a prescription, let the state drop it. But based on my training and knowledge, it's a cut-up pill, it's a controlled substance. I can get you the exact scheduling. I have it on my computer, and it's in one of these little things that is typical with somebody who does use narcotics. Like, with that being said, I can't, with my job and my line of work, I don't take people's words because people lie to me all day, unfortunately. But if you do have a legitimate prescription.
But I don't want to get charged on having, that shit don't even look right.
It doesn't, but I mean, look at it from my perspective. You have a half a pill concealed in this little.
I know what it looks like.
You know what I'm saying? It don't look right to me either.
Like
$29.89.
$29.89.
Yeah, and I did not count the loose change. I just all the dollar bills that were loose in that. And I can be honest with you, unfortunately, they are going to throw out your pepper spray when you go to the jail because they won't allow it to enter the jail.
yes, right now, they can talk.
So the way I explain it to people, I could have a prescription for marijuana, right? But I can't have now a little Ziploc bag with in it. That's not in a prescription bottle to my name with my address. That's from a doctor. Somebody could tell me, yeah, I have a medical marijuana card, and that's straight. But if I pull you over and you have over 20 grams, which is a felony in the state of Florida, and it's not packaged the way it should be, I'm going to take that person to jail for felony possession of marijuana. And I mean, if you want me to be 100% honest with you, this would have all been prevented if you would have just paid for the shit. I mean, you got money for it. So if you got the money, why not just purchase it? Because we would have never stopped you. I would have never been here for an hour looking at you going through the store and going through areas. And we've been here the whole time watching you. If you have the money, just buy it.
And then we said that we've seen security camera footage for the past hour, and you still deny while you're here.
I know.
So that's why we can't take your word for anything.
Not at all.
It's okay, but that's my shit.
Because if you have the money, pay for it. You got a bag. Oh, you're going to put the in there?
Oh, did you want me to get one for her money?
No, we'll put it in here for now.
That's good.
Where's your car?
I'll click your show.
You know, aisles?
See you guys.
Bye, thank you.
I don't really remember what it was. I drive an Audi.
Audi?
So, I don't remember what I ain't gonna lie.
Is your car registered to you?
Mm-hmm. It's just a black SUV. I don't know.
These are your car keys, I'm guessing?
No.
It's right there. It's a
I
single
only
key.
one.
I was gonna say if you want, so we could, because we're gonna have to put that stuff in our car. I took the cash out.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, I took the cash out. Just
Can I just put my whole purse in there?
your whole purse?
Yeah, just like everything.
Yeah, we're gonna take this whole purse with you. Everything already she went through. Your purse in the car, you said?
Just lock it.
No, we're gonna take your purse with you
Why?
because there's like $2,300 in there.
Yeah, no, it's mine though. I don't care. I just rather all my stuff be just locked up in my car so I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, we're gonna take your purse. I don't want that liability on me if money does go missing.
I'm gonna put that on you. I'm not gonna put that on you.
You
I leave
saying?
my purse in the car all the time. I have another purse in the car with money in it too. I leave my purse and it's locked up. Nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah, but now what if?
I'm not gonna put that on you. I just rather, and I know my fiance gonna tell me that. He's like, you should have just left your shit in your car. So that's what I'm just saying. I just rather just leave all my stuff in my car so when I come, it's just less booking stuff that I have to worry about. That's gonna be a headache. Yeah,
We're gonna take your purse with your money, and we'll put that stuff in the car for you.
So I have to take my purse.
Yes.
Y'all making me take my purse.
I mean, I didn't make you shoplift today.
I'm just saying, like, I'm asking.
I'm just saying.
Asking, like.
I know, and I'm telling you that I am not going to have that liability of putting a Coach bag in a car of a busy Target place with $3,000 and coin change and credit cards. I'm not doing that. Thank you. So the total on everything is $219, you know. And like you said, everybody has their reasons for everything. You know, it's just things that it's not worth the time for you or us, you know, when you have clearly the resources. You know, it's like it's not something for you that makes sense. You seem like you're very put together, you know, it's honestly not worth your time. Have you ever been arrested before?
With all her information, that's her trespass, and that. Can I actually get the car key off of you so I could go grab something from the car really fast? I'll be right back. I'm gonna go try to drive around. Where's her car keys?
I
If I
just
can find her car.
right there.
We can put all this stuff in there.
If you had the correct prescription. Wow.
Alright, I found her car. Just waiting for them, and then we can head out of here. We can put all her stuff in her car. You're being formally trespassed as of today, right now, from here. Don't come back here. You come back here, you're going to jail. Okay?
Just so that way you don't fall. Just gonna put these gloves in the jar. You did? All right. Okay.
You search her? Her brawn area? I'll be back.
Sorry, I didn't even search you. I don't know what I was thinking. You can step right out over here. You can just turn right around right here.
Right here?
Yes. You can go ahead and have a seat.
Now, to take nothing away from the people of Florida, I see that, well, everybody looks fairly nice. Talking about police officers and suspects here. But anyways, let's jump into the laws that play. All right, we have two major laws that were breached here. First, theft, petty theft. All right, so found that the Florida statute section 812.014 and also 812.015. All right, what's the plain meaning of theft in Florida? Simply means that if you're using or trying to use someone else's property with the intent to deprive them of it, that's going to be considered theft. Now, retail theft includes anytime you conceal items and you pass all points of checkout without paying. Now, here and in those situations, loss prevention can legally detain a person. All right, so what elements are we talking about here? All right, here we're at a Target. A woman concealed some items in her purse and she did pass all points of sale. Now, a person's intent to steal is always inferred from the conduct. All right, so the conduct here, if I go into a Target or a Walmart, I take some items and put them in my pocket where no one can see them but those eyes in the sky. Well, guess what? I have now concealed the item, and if I pass the last point of sale, headed toward the exit, I've done all the necessary elements to this crime. All right, what does this crime usually mean and what does it bring? All right. Anytime a person is taking anything between the value of $100 and $750, it's petty theft. That's a first degree misdemeanor. Carries the 111, up to 1 year in jail, maybe 1 year of probation, a fine of up to $1,000. Now, anything more than $750 is going to be a felony. Here we have the loss prevention officer's testimony. We also have all the cameras footage they would have obtained in watching this woman steal in the store. All right, she had approximately $219 worth of cosmetics in her purse. It's going to go as petty theft. All right, it's between that $100 and $750 range. First degree misdemeanor. All right, next, possession of a controlled substance without a prescription. Now, they found some sort of peel or peels in her purse. It was in that little valve bottle with the glitter on it. And I will say, sure, I take it she could have thought that container was cute. I myself, being an adult for quite some time, have only seen those vials used when people have something more illicit in them, maybe like cocaine, and they're trying to snort it from the vial, but that's neither here nor there. She could have been trying to use to store that pill she said she couldn't swallow or whatever. All right, let's talk about the different levels of possession of a controlled substance. First, you have simple possession. This is found at 893.13, section 6A. Defined as simple possession of most controlled substances falls under here. This will be a third-degree felony, carries up to the 5 years in prison, maybe 5 years on probation, a fine of up to $5,000. Now, you also have the statute at 499.03, section 1. Now, if a person has a drug without a prescription, usually it can be a first-degree misdemeanor. So this is for people who have previous prescriptions and they're caught with some medication. It can be a first-degree misdemeanor still, which is the 111. All right. What they found here is they had half of a pill that was in a container. They had no labeled bottle. So at that point, they had probable cause to book her. Everyone should understand, if you have a prescription for medication, you have to keep that medication in the proper container. So if your container has your name, the type of medicine it is, how you're supposed to use it, you're supposed to keep that medication in that container with you. Now, I know some people take their medicines out and put them into different containers. They maybe tell them what days to use the medication on or what timing. But if you're going to be out traveling, you need to have your medicine bottles with you, okay? Because they do have the prescription on the outside of the label. That's what all those informations are that are on the prescription. They have how you're supposed to use it, who this has been designated to, and also they have instructions when you actually peel the prescription back. All right, it's usually attached. All right. Now, usually there's also another charge that usually goes with people who are stealing from like a Walmart or a Target or in these department stores. And that's usually a trespass that happens when people are caught. Now, trespass and detention, that's usually defined at 812.015 and 810.09. All right. Easy definition for this one is stores can detain people reasonably if they're suspected of retail theft. Now, after a formal trespass warning, if a person returns, they will be trespassed, and that's a misdemeanor. And also, generally, as we all saw, before they began asking the woman questions, they did Mirandize her, or to make her be informed that she had the right to certain things, like remaining silent, having a lawyer present, or consulting with a lawyer before she answered their questions. When a person is being questioned in this fashion, then usually a person is deemed to either be under detention or under arrest, okay? All right, so next, let's move into our evidentiary standards. We talk about these daily. These are important every time that any of us have any police interactions. Okay, let's move to our 6 levels of evidence. Let's start at the lowest and let's work our way up to the highest. First, let's start with mere suspicion. Now, this simply means that the police or the government only have a hunch that something's wrong. They don't have any real proof just yet. And usually that's the proof that they gain by coming and asking questions, interviewing people, and seeing what happens once they get to the scene. When we have mere suspicion, this level simply means that the police have been called out. All right, mere suspicion is what happens when I make a call to 911 and say, hey, there's something wrong, bring the police. All right. Here, the loss prevention watching her take stuff off the cosmetics shelves and then try to hide it in her purse. That might cause some suspicion. Now, that begins sort of everything. I'll let you know that when the police or some other agency has mere suspicion, they're going to go on high alert. They're going to be looking to see if there's any violations, anybody breaking the law, all that. All right, so let's move up one level. Now, when we get to reasonable suspicion, now at this level, the government or the police have specific facts they can point to that suggest that a crime is happening or that a crime is afoot. That's how you might hear attorneys describe the situation. All right, now at this level, the police can detain you. That means they can hold you there and ask you some questions to see if there's actually a crime happening and that you have some involvement some kind of way, okay? Perfect example from this, the police observed her concealing products in her purse and they stopped her before she walked out. And when they stopped her, they brought her back to the loss prevention room and began the questioning. Moving up one more level, we have probable cause. Now at this level, the police or the government, they're going to arrest someone, okay? Always remember when you hear the words probable cause, that means someone is going to be arrested. Or it means that the police have enough evidence to go to a judge and ask, can they go back and search? Okay, so at this level, this means the police have enough facts that would make a reasonable person believe a crime has been committed. And also that they believe that this suspect is involved in that crime. All right, so a perfect example from here is, once again, we have footage that she's stolen from the cosmetics aisle. Also, there's footage that she tried to leave without paying for those items. Now, I will say she did pay for some items, but there were still other items she did not pay for. All right, approximately $219 worth of items she didn't pay for. All right. Moving up one more level, we have preponderance of the evidence. Now, at this level, this is where we're in court, all right? We're in court for civil actions and people suing each other over either a breach of contract or money. This level means that it's more likely than not that the claim that you're trying to bring to court is true. In order to win this action, you need about 51% of the evidence in your favor. Now, to lose, all you need is 51% of the evidence in the other party's favor. So this is just a balancing act here. Whoever can tip the scales in their favor wins. All right, so here, if Target sued her for the loss of items, the loss of property, all right, this is the level they would have to be at. They would have to prove that there's enough evidence to show this woman did in fact steal from them. All right, they can prove that fairly easily with just the camera footage. All right, they can show what happened. They probably win this case fairly easily. All right, let's move up one more level. We have clear and convincing evidence. All right, this level means that you have a firm belief or you're substantially likely to win and have a claim that is true or can be proven true. Now, this type of case is going to require about 75% of the evidence in your favor to win this type of action. Now, you'll see clear and convincing evidence required in various types of cases. You mostly see it in family law cases where people are fighting over their children. You might see it in certain cases that have to go in front of administrative boards, administrative agencies, things like that. So DMV, if you got to go in front of the IRS, all those sorts of cases. You also see it in state court when you're talking about someone defrauded you. You have to bring in more evidence, and more evidence is required to win those types of cases. So think of clear and convincing evidence as the standard used in civil cases where more evidence is going to be required. All right. Here, if this was the type of case that required more evidence, then they would just bring more of the type of evidence, like more footage showing what happened, more testimony from the people that were present. There might be some more reports involved, like where they audited or inventoried the store, showing where those items were not a part of the inventory anymore. All those sorts of things. Now, moving up to our highest level, beyond a reasonable doubt. Now, this level is required for every criminal case. This level means that there's no other logical conclusion besides the defendant being guilty of the charges brought against them. This level's used for every criminal case brought in America. What's going to be required is that the prosecution is going to have to convince a jury, if they're trying this case to a jury, or convince a judge if they're at a bench trial, of each element of each charge they're bringing. Now, if there's no doubt that remains after both sides have had an opportunity to argue their points, then the woman will potentially be found guilty. The type of evidence the prosecution is going to bring is once again going to be that video, all right, and all other videos. So if they have CCTV videos from inside the store, they'll bring those. Body cam footage, they're going to bring that. The actual items that were stolen, they're going to bring those and show them to the jury. The idea that she had that much extra money on her and could have paid, they're also going to bring that as a part of the evidence, okay? All right, next, let's move into our jury perspective and let's ask a few questions about this case. It does present some interesting issues for us to discuss. All right, so let's imagine that we're all on this jury. There's 12 of us. Let's ask a few questions. All right, first, did the woman knowingly take from Target property that wasn't hers, and did she pass all points of sale? Now, I think this one's a fairly easy one to deal with because the video starts with the woman being stopped at the door. So once you get to the door, and the way the Target is set up, once you get past the registers, you have to walk a bit to get to the door. So if you're walking toward the door, yes, you have already passed all points of sale. All right, next, let's talk about the weight that we give to each type of evidence. Now, if they have surveillance footage with a timeline and they have loss prevention coming to testify and link up their testimony with the footage, and they have an additional pieces of evidence such as the receipts of what items that were paid for and the items that were not paid for, and the recovery list of all the items that they recovered, does this seem to be enough evidence for you? They can prove that a person has actually stolen some property, that it had some value, and also that there was a potential that this person could have paid for these items. All right, let's look at this other issue. She was found to have some drugs on her, but she didn't have the prescription or the label saying that the drugs belonged to her. Now, I will say that that charge, it was dropped later, right? We did learn that from what the original uploader says about this video. Now, I haven't been able to find who this woman is. She has a name that it can be spelled many different ways, okay? Now, I will say that the reason that the drug charge was probably dropped is because she was able to show she did have a prescription for whatever was in that small bottle, okay? Let's move on to this final point, the cash in the purse. All right, come on, guys. She had a purse full of money. She had about $3,000 in that purse. Let's put on our common sense glasses for a second here, okay? She has cash in the purse, and that didn't erase the concealment or the exit. A person's intent is really based on what their actions are, okay? So if I have a pocket full of money and I go in and steal a couple $100 worth of stuff, does it look better or worse once they empty out my pockets, find the stolen material, and then find out that I had enough money to pay for it? I'm asking you. You tell me. If you had to deal with this case, and that was one of the major issues. Hey, look, somebody has stole $500 worth of stuff. Oh, look, the person had $5,000 on them. There's an issue here, right? All right, but in the end, you all tell me, how do you look at this case? Guilty, not guilty? Why? Okay, so what's our major takeaway from today's events? I think it's this. Cameras, well, they multiply the facts. In this case, the camera showed someone taking, concealing, and walking out. Also, if you have a prescription, keep the labeled bottle with you. That label is your shield. Now, in this case, the drug charge went away. All right, she was able to produce the prescription, but the theft remains. Most of this theft is going to survive simply based on the video. So remember, guys, when you go into these stores, cameras are everywhere. They will catch you stealing. Don't be stealing. That's simple. Like the video, share it with someone else. Remember to subscribe. This is Advocacy Alchemy. I am Professor Ross. I'll see you tomorrow. Everyone have a good evening. We'll be back in the morning. Like always, everyone stay safe out there. I'll see you tomorrow.
I'm so tired of these people stealing so many. Be sure to subscribe to Advocacy Alchemy and come back tomorrow at 8:45 for a new lecture.